Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of The Latest with Karim Virani. As we have been in the last few weeks, we've been shooting these really candid Zoom interviews. And today we have another great friend and mentor, Frank Palmer. Frank, welcome to The Latest.
Thank you very much. Pleased to be here.
Awesome. So I want to, aside from, a lot of great accolades, Frank is a mentor and friend of mine as well. And, he's the former CEO of DDB Canada, which is, a huge machine when it comes to media, marketing, and digital agencies. But now he's on his new venture with Palmer Stamness, and we'll find out more about that. Now, Karim, aside from just having Frank on here as a great commentary, you two are friends. Can you tell us a bit about your relationship? Yeah.
Yes, I met Frank probably about 25 years ago when he was new at DDB. I think he sold his company, Palmer Jarvis, at that time. And when I was getting my branding done, Frank was a mentor and helped me develop my brand as well. Also, Frank has always been an advisor to me, and has always helped me when I wanted to grow in strategy and very broad-minded, big depth in advertising as well as companies worldwide. And he brings a global perspective to our marketing and strategy.
I think that Karim's probably bought and sold about 20 different locations for us. My wife has started moving, but we've been moving about every year and a half for the last 25 years, it seems. I think what we're doing now, we're doing a number of large projects with him right now. And I think what we've created together is more of a marketing solutions, is that working with clients who want to sell something, we're just finding new ways of being able to do it together as a team. And it's working very well. We're working on a very large project in the U.S. right now in Washington State. And we're working with him to do all the hoarding, the advertising, the TV, the radio, the newspaper, you name it, as well as the design, the studio design, the sales location. So it's been a really very large project for us, and it works well when you're working together rather than in isolation.
Beautiful. Karim, can you want to talk more about the work that you're doing with Frank? Yeah.
Yes, Frank and I are involved with doing some marketing and strategy in Washington State. We've also got a couple of larger projects that are happening here in Vancouver, Burrard, and Davie, as well as for the first time we got involved with some First Nations projects, and it's very exciting to see the new developments and the sustainability equation and telling the story. And Frank's very good with helping me getting the story right and delivering the story right to our would-be buyers. So it's from start of development to the time that we go to marketing to the time that we deliver the product to the buyer.
Well, and in this marketplace right now, Karim, what's going to make the difference in making sure that we're selling things right? Yeah.
Well, when we deliver, one of the biggest things right now, even through what we've been through, staying at home and people looking at real estate through digital technologies, the delivery of digital technology becomes very important, and the story becomes very important. And Frank and I have been working with our digital partners to tell the story really well and captivate the buyer's imagination to what it really would look like. And that's a big part of what we're doing with our strategy moving forward, because we can do that not only locally, nationally, but internationally as well.
Our world has changed, and Karim and I have had numerous conversations in this area, because I think if anything else, something good is going to come out of this, more so than ever before, because I think people are now spending more time talking to each other, spending more time with friends, and spending time in the community that you work and live. And I think that if anything comes out of this sort of situation, we're all learning to be better people.
Beautiful. Karim, any last words before we go?
Well, I think Frank and I have been working on 3 words: reset, which most of us have done, rethink, think of the strategy, and then redo, and that's the most important. Coming up with ideas, maybe easier than actually implementing the ideas. And that's a quote directly from Jeff Bezos, and I really believe in that.
Well, for me, when I work with Karim, I'm very careful with his brand.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go off too far on one side to too far on the other. You got to really be there and careful with it, because it really is your brand, and you want to make sure it's there for a long time. And people who believe in you will come to you, and it's just so important for me to make sure that we stay to that. You stick with it, you know.
Yeah, Frank has taught me that not only building a brand is important, but brand keeping becomes very important. Yeah. And so that becomes part of regular maintenance, what your ethical, moral values, what your company stands for. And you've got to be a very good brand keeper. And so Frank keeps me on the straight and narrow with that.
Keep the communication going. Frank, love you so much. Karim, great work. Look forward to more conversations. Thanks so much.